It is now Sunday, July the 14th, and last night we watched The Psychic, directed by Lucio Fulci, and it was one, I'd really been looking forward to, and it did not disappoint. So this one is about a woman who has some psychic visions relating to a death. I'll keep it vague. This was wonderfully 70s, great score. Looked really good, lots of great 70s fashions, and I really liked the story and how it all came together. Definitely one of my favourites of the month so far. This was another 4-star one for me, so yay. And this morning we went to the cinema, actually, which was the first time in a little while. We went to see Longlegs. It's one I had seen the trailer for a little while ago and thought it looked really interesting, and I really liked The Black Coat's Daughter, directed by the same director, so was curious to check this one out. I don't go to the cinema a ton, and when I do, I really don't like to go, on weekends or whenever it's going to be super busy. But usually Sunday morning, like an 11 o'clock showing, there's usually like 2 other people there. It's brilliant. So we did that today, and it was the busiest I have ever seen it. It was like probably over half full, which was wild. So good for the movie getting plenty of attention. And I thought it was good, but not as good as it could have been. I think the tone was really good. A lot of the elements of the story I enjoyed, and had some really great imagery and some really good creepy moments, but it just didn't quite all come together well enough as it could have done, I think. So a bit of a mixed bag. It's still worth checking out, but I wouldn't go in with super high expectations maybe. But some people have been loving it, some people have been hating it, so go check it out for yourself, I guess. It is Sunday evening now, and just gonna think about getting some dinner together and just having a quiet evening in before getting back to work tomorrow. Fun times. It is now Tuesday, the 16th of July. I haven't had a chance to watch any films in the past few days. So the last one I watched would have been The Psychic on Saturday night. But I have got some reading in, so that's good. I finished Dead Girl Blues by David Sodergren. I finished this last night, and I had a really good time with it. I did have some mixed feelings at the beginning, but the more I read, the more I got into it, and once the story kind of really picked up, it was an enjoyable read. It definitely gets pretty gruesome at times, and it gets to a certain point where I just needed to keep going and finish it and see what happened, and things do get pretty wild towards the end, so that was really good, and I'm really glad I read this one. I've been doing a buddy read with a few friends over on Instagram, and I kind of maybe went ahead a little bit, so just waiting for the others to finish when they get a chance, and I'm looking forward to chatting with them about it. Hopefully everyone enjoyed it. And also I just finished today, I picked this up last night once I finished Dead Girl Blues, and read this today because my bus journey home was ridiculously held up with a detour and just general construction and traffic. The only good thing about it was that I almost finished this book on the journey home. I had like 20 pages left, so I just knocked that out just now. This is Deadly Summer, part of the Sweet Valley High series, and it was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed it, actually. This one, well, the synopsis had said it was about a patient escaping from like a mental hospital and coming to Sweet Valley to kind of wreak revenge on some like students when he was at high school that bullied him. and that is part of the story, but it does take a while for that to actually kick into the story. So before then, we're actually mostly dealing with the twins and a friend. They are using a Ouija board, and yeah, there's some kind of stuff related to like romantic relationships and things relating to the Ouija board. And then yeah, this other part of the story kicks in. Yeah, I just thought this was really fun. I enjoyed the characters and the story, although it was a bit silly. And then yeah, later on when things really kick in with this escaped guy and the things that he is trying to do, without giving any specific spoilers, yeah, things definitely got tense towards the end and a bit emotional. So yeah, I was actually pretty surprised with this one. It was a good read, and yeah, I'll have to check out some more of the super thrillers if I get a chance. I think I have one more in my collection, but that's it right now, but I'll definitely keep an eye out for more. Yeah, I think the only thing was that obviously the portrayal of like mental health wasn't great, but that was just unfortunately how it was in the 90s. Thankfully we have come some way since then. But yeah, so I gave both of those books 4 stars each, enjoyed them both, and yeah, I need to decide what to pick up next. Hello, it is now Wednesday the 17th of July. I don't really have much of an update, but I thought I would check in anyway. This morning I had to run some errands downtown, or downtown as you say in Pittsburgh. So I just got a little footage while I was wandering around. So I have put that in before I'm telling you about it, so that's what that was. So yeah, I had some stuff I needed to do that I've been putting off. But anyway, got that knocked out, so that felt very productive. And then, yeah, went to work. And then I started a new book last night, which is this one that I got from the library and it doesn't have a cover. But it is The Yellow Room by Mary Roberts Reinhardt. So yeah, I started this last night and then read a bit today. So I guess I do have a little bit of an update for you. Yeah, this one originally came out, I believe, in the 1940s, and yeah, I haven't got very far in it, but it's about a young woman, so it's set in kind of like wartime, and so there's lots of restrictions on certain things, and it seems like her family were somewhat wealthy, but are now not so much. She has been tasked with opening up, I guess, their summer house or whatever it's called, in Maine. And when she and some of the others get there, they find a dead body. So yeah, I haven't got much further past that, but the writing is, yeah, a little bit just not as easy to get into just because of the time period it was written. You know, language was slightly different. But story-wise and character-wise, I'm interested in seeing, where it goes. So hopefully I'll get some more of that read tonight. And I also bought a few things online recently, and a few of them arrived today. So I figured I'd do a mini haul here. I had some money burning a hole in my pocket, and I decided to spend it on a few things to cheer me up at the weekend. And things are slowly trickling in. I got this one, Harriet, by Elizabeth Jenkins. This actually also, funnily enough, came out in the 1940s, I believe. And it's a novel of suspense. I don't remember where I heard about this, but I actually might have been a viewer, now that I'm thinking about it. So if it was you, thank you for the recommendation. I finally got around to picking up a copy. I know Valancourt have reprinted this, but I found this copy for cheap on eBay and figured I'd give it a go. I love this cover. And it says in the front, we've got this cool little illustration, and it says, Harriet was wealthy and only slightly mad. Why should anyone think that her charming husband, whom she loved so passionately, could spin so cruel a plot against her? So yeah, that sounds really interesting. And then I bought a couple of Blu-rays that I've been wanting for ages. They had like some, collector's editions that came out a few years ago, and I'm finally getting around to picking them up. Candyman, one of my all-time favourites. It's got loads of cool extras on it, so looking forward to checking those out. And also Prince of Darkness, again, a favourite, and got loads of extras on there. So yeah, I'm really stoked to have these, and hopefully I can dive into the commentaries and extras and stuff at some point. And what else? Let's see, so it's Wednesday evening. I haven't watched a Giallo film since I think Saturday night, so it's been a few days. But I feel like I should probably get back on that train. I did already get through the 10 that I had on my official watch list, but I did add another 10 unofficial picks, so I now need to try and work my way through those. And since I haven't watched one in a few days, I need to tick something off the list. So I figured I might stick something on tonight. I haven't yet decided what that's going to be. I'm going to look at the list and make a decision. But anyway, I'm rambling on, so I'll sign off and go watch a movie. So it's the following day, it's now Thursday, and last night I did watch another film. I watched Five Dolls for an August Moon, directed by Mario Bava, and I really enjoyed it. So this is loosely based on And Then There Were None by Agatha Christie. So we're kind of set on an island, and there's a group of people there, and they start getting picked off one by one. And this was had a great style. The location and the fashions were all really great, and this one doesn't have particularly good ratings. I was quite surprised because I really enjoyed it. But anyway, I'm glad I checked it out. And no kind of major update today. I did a bit more reading of The Yellow Room. Still enjoying it, but I'm only not even 100 pages in at this point, so still got a little ways to go. But I did get another bit of book mail today, which is exciting. I got Harriet Said by Beryl Bainbridge, and I remember hearing about this ages ago, a few years ago. I don't remember now what it's actually about, other than maybe some kind of creepy children / teenagers. but I know that at some point I thought it sounded really interesting and I wanted to read it. And yeah, when I did a little online shopping the other day, I added this, found this copy on eBay, and it's in great shape, and I got it for just a few dollars, so I was really pleased with this. So yeah, I've now got Harriet and Harriet Said, funnily enough. But yeah, they're just ones I've been wanting to pick up for ages and finally decided to do so. But yeah, that's about it. I'm not going to have time to watch anything tonight. I've just got, adulting stuff to do, but so it goes. And yeah, hopefully we'll be able to get a couple of films in at the weekend. Also, you'll have to ignore my fringe, I just trimmed it, so I might have bits of hair all over my face, which is a really good look, I'm sure. You might have noticed I'm kind of growing my hair out at the moment. I've had the bob for a couple of years and I do really like it, but the upkeep of it is just kind of a lot, like having to go to the hairdressers, every 6 weeks or whatever. It's just kind of a lot, not just practically but also financially. So yeah, if it was easier to keep it up, then I would probably do so. But yeah, that, and I just kind of feel like I was ready for a change. And yeah, really all I do with my hair is it's either long or it's a bob, and I either have a fringe or I don't. Any combination of those options really is all my hair is. So anyway, trying to grow it out at the moment. It's we've got a few inches going on, considering the bob was jaw length or whatever, but it just feels like it's taking forever. But anyway, that's that information that you probably didn't really care about. No doubt in a couple more years, once I've grown it out, I'll want to cut it again. It's just the never-ending cycle. It is now Saturday, the 20th of July, and yeah, I haven't really got up to much Gialloing this week, especially compared to the first week. The first vlog I did, I guess, was a little longer than a week, but I think within that time I'd managed to watch 9 or 10 films already, and then this week I've only managed 2, so yeah, I guess that's just life for you. But anyway, I did watch one more film last night. I guess before that, last night we went to a Summerween party at a friend's house, which was fun. Yeah, they had watermelon, jack-o'-lantern and everything, and yeah, had some burgers and some beers, and they had a projection screen set up outside and they stuck the Lost Boys on, so that was cool. But yeah, so that was a fun time. And then when I got home, I decided to take the opportunity to watch a late night Giallo movie, and I went with Nothing Underneath, which is an 80s one, and it's set in the world of fashion, so we've got lots of models, bit of nudity, a bit of cocaine use, and we've got twins. One of them is a model in peril, The other one is the twin brother who travels over from the US to Italy to try and track her down because he thinks something has happened to her. Yeah, this was a fun one. Yeah, if you like the 80s, then you'll probably dig this one for the style. And yeah, it did have a fun twist and a good ending. So yeah, I thought this one was pretty good. Glad I checked it out. And I did realise that, I know I mentioned earlier in the week that I'd finished Dead Girl Blues, but I don't think I had talked about it a ton. I'm not sure why. So I figured before I wrap this vlog up, I would, yeah, talk a little bit about it. So yeah, I was buddy reading this with a few friends over on Instagram. Everyone has finished now, and yeah, I think there was some mixed feelings on certain parts of the book, but overall it seems like we all enjoyed it. Yeah, so this is about a woman who is out one evening in the city, and she stumbles upon this other woman who looks like she has been stabbed and is dying. And yeah, anyway, she basically dies in her arms, and our main character then decides she needs to figure out who this woman was and what happened to her. And that leads her down a dark rabbit hole of craziness. So yeah, I think at the beginning I did have some mixed feelings, especially about the way the main character was written. Yeah, once the story kicked in, I did find that to be entertaining and yeah, quite propulsive. So yeah, I ended up giving this one 4 stars overall. This one does get a bit crazy at times, and yeah, there's some gruesome stuff, some gory stuff, and yeah, some good kills throughout. This is more your novel inspired by Giallo films type of thing. So yeah, if you've wanted to read something like that, then I would recommend this one. And my current read, The Yellow Room by Mary Roberts Reinhardt, I'm about halfway through that at the moment, maybe a little more than halfway. And yeah, so far so good. It definitely feels quite, you know, Agatha Christie, you know, just that kind of classic murder mystery whodunit kind of thing. So yeah, hopefully I will get some more of that read over the weekend. And vlog wise, I'm going to wrap this one up here for now and get it all edited together, and then yeah, hopefully I'm going to do another vlog for the rest of the month. Next weekend I'm hoping to put up my Garb August TBR because that is fast approaching, and then yeah, hopefully the weekend after that will be my final vlog for Giallo July. So yeah, that's all that I've got really upcoming that I can think of. Hopefully I will have time to finish the other few books on my TBR for Giallo July and get to some more films as well. But yeah, I hope you've been having a good week and enjoying your Giallo shenanigans. I would love to hear about what you've been reading and or watching. And yeah, thank you ever so much for watching, and hopefully I will see you again in my next video.